Pandas. Morning, pandas. Happy Monday. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad that you can join the stream today. Welcome to my stream. This is Bye Bye Money. Hey, let's start off in the chat, giving us a good morning, good evening, depending where you're from, in location. Also, make sure you hit that like button to let others know about this stream who may be looking for this type of content. Pandas. Good morning. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. So excited to start this week with all you pandas. Good morning. Hey, make sure you fill out that poll to tell me what kind of day you think today might be. Pandas. Good morning, Sleepy Joe. Good morning, Brandon Jones from Florida. Good morning, Stray Rat from Florida as well. A lot of Floridians. Good morning, Kazim Ahmadi. Good afternoon from Afghanistan. I'm not sure if I've ever seen you on the stream, Kazim. Welcome if it's your first time. Glad that you can join us. Bill Jesso, good morning from Ontario, Canada. Kellyanne, good morning. Good morning, Dimitri. Good morning. Good morning, Nicholas Azu from London. Good morning, Aiden Bishop from Texas. Falcon 1 from Greenland. Good morning. Phil W. A Panadian. We got a lot of Panadians here. Daniel says, good morning, reset. Yes, sir. Let's get this resetted. I'll be right back. Good morning. I'm back. Hope that's all reset for you guys. Hope that looks good now for you. It looks good to me. Pandas. Good morning. Hey, market's about to open. Make sure you fill out that poll. Hey, good morning, everybody. Brenda from Colorado. Nicholas, hey, let's go, baby. Amir says, good morning from Turkey. Good luck, Panda. Yes. Let's get those good trades in today. The best setups possible. My thinking is we're going to at least try to hit this low here. This red line was the low on Thursday. Thinking we're going to try to hit it today. It makes sense with the current pattern of an uptrend, breaking trend, and possibly making a new high. I think the new high, I could be wrong, I think the new high will try to hit Thursday's low. And I'll explain why soon. Good morning. Hey, Jason. Good morning. My faithful, trusty mod. Good morning, pandas. Good morning. Hey, as you guys roll in, let me go a little bit over what's happening in this stream. In this stream, we trade only one single instrument, the E-mini. And we trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this. two pushes down or two pushes up. And after the market makes this two-legged move, we like to enter into the second entry. We call this the second entry. After two legs happen, the next entry will be the second entry. And we have to find this in key areas such as moving averages, support resistance levels. For instance, if I move this two-legged pullback pattern here, A, B, C, right off the 20 EMA, and we're able to scalp a point. With the right context, this setup is greater than a 90% chance to make a point on the E-mini. And for one single contract, that's $50. And so in this strategy, we try to scale up the amount of contracts we trade per trade because of the probabilities. We're not trying to get into more trades or bigger trades. We're trying to get in trades that are more probable, increasing our contract sizes. If you'd like more information about the setup, you can check out the description below. There are playlists that goes over this setup in more details. Also, we trade pure price action. So that means that we like to read the candles, the charts, according to the movement of the price. That's what price action is. And so on the charts, we have very minimal indicators. We have the 20 MA, we have the 240 SMA, and we have an indicator that helps with price action, the two-legged pullback indicator that identifies second entries. So we can see with dark green ones, dark green twos, that these are second entries. We have a dark green one here, dark green one here. And it also keeps track of all the leg counts. And also gives you traps with the magenta boxes. And so if you're following the stream, this is your first time, if you just look to the right of the chart, you can see the color of this box and diamond. And this diamond, this color will give us information on what kind of leg it will be. If it's a second entry or first entry or a trap. Here we see if it does break above the previous candle's high, it will actually be a trap showing a magenta box. And so this helps us tremendously because we just need to look at the context. And with the context, we just see what this box is showing, what this diamond is showing, and helps us enter into those second entries. If you'd like more information about this indicator, you can check out the official website in the bottom right of your screen, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Also, the link is in the description below. That's it for the introduction, pandas. Kazim asks, what currency is this? This is actually futures market. This is the E-mini futures. Currently, I'm on the 2000 tick chart. I mainly trade the 2000 tick chart, but sometimes I'll switch to the 10K chart, 5-minute chart, even the daily chart. I like to use these to help with context. Good morning, pandas. That's it for the introduction. Hey, pandas, let's get the best setups possible. Let's look for those greater than 90% probability trades. Let's go, baby. Hey, we're gonna find those good setups today, pandas. After a nice weekend, nice break. What kind of day do I think it's going to be? We have about 4 minutes. Most of you guys think it's going to be a bull trend day. And the second place, you guys think it's going to be trading range day. To me, it's a little difficult. I'm not exactly sure what kind of day it's going to be, to be honest. Because we are in this trading range on the daily. This is the daily chart. And for the trading range in the daily, typically what happens, we like to test the bottom of the trading range. We do like to trade, at least touch the bottom. If we're breaking the top like this, failed breakout, typically we like to come to test the bottom trading range, typically. But currently, as you see this bar, you're thinking, no way we can hit the bottom. But with that being said, there is also a gap from this candle to this candle. This low right here, which is Thursday's candle, this low, there is a gap between here and the current high. And so that's why I'm thinking that we're gonna at least try to fill this gap, right? This bar should touch this bar, and I want to see the reaction from there. And if it does touch it, I think it might break above it a little bit. It's very similar pattern to right here, big bear bar. Next bar comes, fills the gap here, right? The candle actually opened way down here, comes all the way up, fills the gap, right? Touches the bottom of the previous candle. And so I'm thinking we might have a similar pattern here. Open way down here, comes up and tries to fill this gap. And so I'm thinking we can have a short-term bull trend. And after that, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. It could fill this gap and then reverse and try to touch the bottom of the trading range. Typically, I think, typically that's what does happen. Where when you're in this trading range, just big swings from top to bottom. So that's my analysis. I think maybe a little more push up here, and then after, and so I have this marked right. This red line is Thursday's low, which I think is going to fill the gap, and I think it's going to hit this, test it, maybe break above it a little bit, and from there, I am not entirely sure what's going to happen. It can come crashing back down, or it can keep going back up, but in my mind, I think we have a price target here, but I could be wrong, pandas. We let every candle gives us new information, and so, but because we're so close to it, I think we have the ability to test it at least once. At least make a new high. That's what I'm thinking. But I could be wrong. Pandas are not perfect. They make mistakes as well. Kazim asked, is this Euro USD chart? No, this is not a currency. This is not Forex. This is the futures market. David Kaplan, Panda. Good morning. Brian Davis and Billy Mays here. Good morning. Hey, welcome back, guys. Market's about to open in 1 minute here. I do have a price target. Thinking we're going to try to hit this purple line. That's what I'm thinking, at the very least, to fill that gap on the daily. And after that, it can come tumbling down. Anything can happen, but I'm just watching this currently. And I probably will sit on my hands until we hit this. Not exactly sure. We do have a trap here. I do not like to enter into a trade where it might complete after the market opens because there's some quick volatility. So I'm thinking we're going to try to come here. If we have like a small push up here, I think I'm going to try to enter long. But we shall see here. We do have a major trend reversal type pattern right now as well. Right, break of trend, double top. Break of trend, double top. So we'll see. Market just opened, and this double top currently is actually looking okay, but not convinced yet that we are in a downtrend, that the trend has reversed. I still think we have a little more room up, but I could be wrong. A couple pushes down, maybe if we get a trap going to the downside, I might be more convinced we have a true reversal here. But we are breaking upwards, thinking we're going to hit this to fill that gap. Once it hits that, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. All right, keeps going up. It needs to fill this gap, or I think it wants to. Currently in a spike in channel. Spike, channeling upwards. When you see big bear bars like this, you're wondering, is this going to really make it up here? When you kind of see these big bear bars near a double top here, you're thinking more and more chances could be a reversal. It does bounce off this trend line, pullback test, creating a wick, also top of this trading range, bouncing off of it at the moment, trading beneath the 20 EMA as well. Every candle give us information, new information, making a new low here. Kind of a big push down right now. What's my 10K look like? Oh, 10K triggered the lower high second entry, and we're trying to come back to the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. As you can see, 10K chart had a spike in channel, broke below the channel, now breaking above the channel. 10K still above the 20 EMA, possibly still uptrend here. Gary Douglas says, I don't trade a two-legged pullback, but I like the show. Hey, at least it's entertaining. We do have a pretty convincing double top right here. That's what I'm thinking. But my bias still is long because the 10K is above the 20 MA. We broke above this channel now. What's the 5 minute look like? 5 minutes printing a huge bear candle as the first candle. But look at the trading range. We're in the trading range in the 5 minute. I still think we need to fill this gap here, but we shall see. I could be wrong, and we could just be crashing. Now this could be the reversal we'll be looking for, like an all-day reversal type thing. Still trading range. Double top, as you can see, right? It's not even a perfect double top. This is a lower double top. This doesn't even reach the previous pivot high. If we start to reverse sharply like this can give us information that we might be on a reversal here. But I'm still hesitant, of course. This is what I see right now. I'm hesitant because on the 5 minute, we have a trading range. And on the 10K chart, we're still above the 20 MA. I still think we have more room up. And on the 10K chart, we're actually in a trading range as well on the 10K chart. Making a nice two-legged pullback off the bottom of the trading range, also 20 EMA. This could be a good second entry to enter into on the 10K chart. The one thing that makes me hesitate is this big bear bar. Big bear bar going straight to the bottom trading range. We do have a trap setting up here, increasing the chances that this is a reversal. Yeah, this is a trap. Bonafide trap here. Could be MTR here. Could be major trend reversal. This is kind of where you want to have the trap happen, under the 20 MA after a double top. You see a trap like this. Oh, do we have an H4 setup though? Because I can reverse this trap easily. H4 and also the 10K chart. Terrible signal bar though to go long against. Terrible signal bar. Bottom of the trading range on the 5 minute. Bottom trading range on the 10K, also hitting 20 MA. Also test, pullback, retest of this trend line. We have a potential H4 here. Potential H4 gone with that one tick up. Coming back up into the trading range, as you can see. That trap was a trap. Trap the traps. Trap the trappers right here. I do want to see how high the next pivot high will be. If we make another lower pivot high, like we try to make a triple top here, then I think we're going short. I don't think we're going to be able to fill the gap, but in my mind, I still have a feeling we can fill the gap because the 20 minute or the 10K chart still looks good, right? Two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. A, B, C, two-legged pullback. And hopefully we can come to yesterday's low. And also maybe the 240 SMA might be where it reverses. After it hits yesterday's low, it's kind of free game. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, but I still have a feeling that's a magnet, which is this purple line right here. Come back to the top of this trading range. Ooh, is this a reversal point? Double top. Nah, I need a two-legged pullback. Sitting on my hands. Not exactly sure what's happening here. 5-minute showing. No follow through after strong bear bar. No follow through. Curious. Is this gonna miss the bottom of the trading range? Missed the bottom trading range by 1 tick. Okay, hit the bottom trading range perfectly now. Now we have a potential two-legged pullback, right, to the downside, such as this two-legged pullback off the 20 MA. If you think this is a bona fide reversal, this could be a two-legged pullback you want to go short in. But in my mind, I think we're in trading range and we're in the bottom of the trading range. So I typically don't like to go short the bottom trading ranges. But we shall see. If we break, like, if we make a new low here, then I'm thinking maybe possibly downtrend. Because if I think we're in the uptrend still, that's not typical behavior you'll see in an uptrend when you start to make new lows. Okay, we do have that two-legged pullback I mentioned. But I still think we're in the bottom of trading range, so I'm not interested in really going short still. The 5-minute, as I said, no follow through after strong, even though it's a strong bear bar, no follow through. Making me think still trading range. But with every bar, kind of decreases the chances of getting up here. I still think we have a chance to get up here because 10K is above the 20 MA. All right. Yeah, thanks to chat. I just read my email and it says do not place any new trades. So we're just watching this right now. I'm not placing any, if Ninja Trader says do not place any new trades, I'm not placing any new trades. Simple as that. Not exactly sure what's going on then. Yeah, there was an email. I got it, I got it. All right, pandas. We are just chilling then. We're just chilling. Yeah, there's an email right now on Ninja Trader that says do not put any new trades. That being said, I don't think I'm gonna put any new trades. Sorry, it's just not gonna happen. Ninja Trader says to do that. I'm gonna listen to them. Doesn't mean we can't still read this price action. Hey pandas, by the way, today is Prime Day. Oh. Hey chat, let me know in the chat if you guys have anything interesting to buy on Prime Day today. As we don't have any trades that we can actually take, might as well talk about something else. So chat, let me know what you find interesting on Prime Day, what you guys are thinking of getting. Looking at the 10K chart, we are still bullish in my opinion. Cannot close beneath the 20 MA on the 10K chart, showing us bullishness, making me think we're going to still be going up on the 2K chart. Unfortunately, I can't put any trades. Hey, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button if you want to support the channel. If you're enjoying the content here, if you hit that like button, the thing is that you're actually helping other people. Because by hitting that like button, it lets the YouTube algorithm know that this stream is bussin'. And for those who are interested in finding content like this but do not yet know it exists, they have a greater chance of finding it if you hit that like button, subscribe, engage in the chat, do anything with the video. Does help them out. Does help the stream out, helps others out. Pandas are an endangered species, and we need to increase the population of the pandas. Pandas, hey, let me know if you guys see another email from Ninja Trader. Hey, Steve McCain, thanks for becoming a panda. Like I said, we just increased the panda population. Hey, enjoy your green name, enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. As you can see with the other members, some of them have been with me from the beginning, such as Kevin Fennell, Scott Hubbard, these long time, Daniel Eyes, Phil W. These guys have the two-legged pullbacks formed already on their badge, as you can see. And so you can see that these people have already been pandas for a long time. So thanks for becoming a panda. Hey, enjoy your green name. Enjoy your emoticons. Hey, pandas, give Steve McCain a warm welcome. Join the Panda Nation here. Welcome, Steve. Welcome, Steve. Something interesting just happened. We could not reach the previous high. We started to reverse pretty convincingly, big bear bars. Something interesting is happening. We cannot reach the previous pivot highs. AJ Santamaria asks, I want to be a panda. How do you do that? Hey, if you hit that join button below the video, if you're a widescreen, you might not be able to see that join button, but above the description, next to the title, you'll be able to see a join button. Hitting that join button, you can become a panda. It does help with my morning coffee if you do become a panda. I'm still looking at this. The 10K chart hits the bottom of the trading range, comes right back up to the top of the trading range, spikes back down, and now we are just in the middle of this trading range on the 10K chart. The more bars that are formed, the more 50-50 this becomes. Typically, what you think is in a trading range, you will continue the previous trend because it ends up being a kind of flag. This is a bull flag at the moment. But the more candles there are, Al Brooks will say if there's about 20 candles, then the probability is actually about 50-50 on which way it will break out. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 candles on the 10K chart. Not yet 20. So there's still better chance for this to break upwards than downwards. Richard Harris says, I'm having anxiety attacks watching charts and not trading. Why? This is actually, I feel good right now. I feel great. The fact that I can't even trade, I'm just reading the charts. It's like reading a nice novel. Trying to figure out what's happening here. This is like, just take this time as practice, training time to read price action. Use this as an opportunity. Let's see if we can break above this pivot high. Currently, double topped. Broke above it. Yep, I think we're going to hit this. The original target that I mentioned earlier in the video. I still think we're going to hit this. Evelyn FPS says, when you traded MES, how many contracts did you trade? Oh, I forget. I think I might have traded like 4 contracts. Woo! Alright, pandas, watch this. We're going to hit the original price target that I thought we're going to hit. Fill that gap. And when we touch that, I don't know, it's anyone's game. I spoke too soon. We're still making lower pivot lows, as you can see. Now we have a certain triple top forming here. But multiple bull bars coming near it with a wick here. I have to see what happens here. I'm like, if you look at the 10K, see right now you're confused when you look at the 2K chart. But when you look at the 10K chart, this, in my opinion, looks very bullish. Looks very bullish, right? Coming to 20 EMA, coming back down, doesn't even touch the bottom trading range effect, doesn't even touch the 20 EMA yet. Comes up, makes a 2-legged pullback, top of the trading range. It looks like it's going to burst up and try to continue this original trend, at least for a little bit more, at least try to make a new high. In my opinion, going to hit this low. Thursday's low. That's my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen. So the 2K chart shows confusion, where the 10K chart might be a little more clarity, where you can see in the bigger picture. But who knows, right? This could be a triple top. It could reverse right here. Simple as that. We do have a trading range on the 10K chart. You got to consider all these things. Like I said, this 5-minute candle, though how bearish it looked, no follow through. No follow through. This means that this is more likely a trading range or maybe even a reversal. So you had those eager traders seeing that 5-minute huge bear bar, and they're like, this is going to be a downtrend day, big bear bar, but currently potentially a trap here. Currently this is the 2K 2000 tick chart, bandit S. Oh, what time frame, how long it took me? Yeah, if you look in the bottom of the screen, you can see exactly when I started. Honestly, had to slow down my progress like the last couple days. Just haven't been trading as much off stream. AJ Santa Maria, thanks for becoming a panda. Pandas. Thanks for becoming a panda. Hey, enjoy your green name. Enjoy your 2-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. Enjoy priority responding to your comments and questions. Enjoy your fresh panda emoticons. Hey, pandas, give AJ Santa Maria a warm welcome. Bursting upwards with a trap. That's the best way to break out with a trap here. Very close to the profit target, price target that I thought we're going to hit. Getting closer and closer, and I think like we just have such a good chance of hitting it. I'm just like, man, too bad I'm not entering any trades. moment. It's creeping closer and closer to fill that gap, this horizontal line. Yeah, oh Jimmy. That's why I use the what's it called? The overlay. So since the MES, so like for those who are just starting with futures, I recommend to, well, no recommendations, no advice. But what I did was I traded the MES first. That's the micros, 10 times smaller than the ES. And yeah, thoughts and prayers for those who went short right there, because we are so close to a price target. These are gonna act as a magnet, as you can see. Yeah, so I started with the MES, and because the MES is a spiked up to it, missed it by one tick for the front runners right there. I mean, when you look at the 2K chart, this just looks so bullish. Looks so bullish. We actually did not hit it yet, pandas. We missed it by one tick. Isn't that crazy? We missed it by one tick so far. Still haven't hit it. But I use the ES to overlay the MES because the MES is a completely, totally separate instrument. It just follows almost identical to the ES in terms of price. But okay, hit our price target, pandas, like I said. From the beginning of the video, I thought I was going to hit this. Even though the strong bear bars, still thought we're going to hit this. Broke above it now. Just watching. I'm not going to do a trade, but this is crazy. So, hope that's a lesson to those who are watching. If you're looking at 2K chart and then all you saw so far was something that looked like this, and you're like, man, this is bearish. Very bearish. Very bearish. Even with, right, you see the strong bull trend, you see this trading range, you see double top here, big bear bars. And you're thinking, possible bear trend day now. But when we look at the 10K chart around the same time, it looked like this. Still above 20 MA, still above this trend line. And even though these strong bear bars, you have to look at the context. Look to the left of the chart. When you look to the left of the chart, you see trading range, right? You see strong bear swing here, bear or bull breakout, sorry. And simply two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA. That's how simple that trade was on the 10K chart. Very simple on 10K chart, but on the 2K chart, it was very confusing. You're like, what's going to happen here? Oh, even saw a trap right here thinking we're going to keep breaking down, right? That trap probably very tempting for a lot of people because two-legged pullback fails to make a point, reverses and traps out traders with a pretty strong, right, reversal bar. But boom, 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 boom comes all the way back up because, you know, that's why the higher time frames are helpful in that regard. Kevin Fennell says possible measure move, and so if we look at the 10K chart, we can have a potential measure move here. I personally, I do not know what's going to happen, but this is technically the measure move right here. I do not know if we're going to make this measure move. Like I said, once we fill this gap, it's free game for anything. I think personally, anything can happen at this point. It can come back up to a 20 MA. It can just reverse right here, because since we're in this trading range, most of the time we test the bottom of the trading range most of the time. Even though we see the super strong bull bar, in my opinion, we have a chance to come down to the bottom of this trading range. I don't know if it's gonna happen today. It might happen sometime this week, but typically when we enter a trading range, especially with a failed breakout like this, tendency is to come back into the trading range, bottom of the trading range. And so with that being said, I'm just kind of like not sure what's gonna happen here. We can keep going up, but you know, when we look at this, like this is still a strong uptrend and potential measure move up. I'm just saying that for those who are thinking, okay, I'm just gonna go long, but just giving you a warning. There's always a bear case and a bull case, no matter what. Here's the measure move on the 2K chart. Potential target here, but in my mind, the market really wanted to fill this gap, hit the bottom of Thursday's low. Mess that up. No, I think we're good. Still in a strong uptrend though. Still in a very strong uptrend. Let me keep yesterday's low here just in case. And also the reason why I'm saying that is on the daily, when we, I guess in this case, when we fill the gap, we kept going up and we closed near the bottom of it. So we can keep coming up and we might come back to the bottom of the, might come back to that gap. But yeah, I'm just not sure at this point. But this is a strong uptrend, you know. According to price action, this is a strong uptrend. With every strong uptrend, you're worried it might be exhaustive. I mean, the 10K just looks so bullish. So bullish. 240 SMA. Approaching the 240 SMA. But pandas, unfortunately, no trades today because of the dreaded email from Ninja Trader here. But yeah, hey pandas, let me know in the chat if you bought anything nice for Prime Day. Let me know in the chat if any good deals out there that you think are worth it. Okay, so okay, thanks chat for letting me know, give me the update. You guys are personally able to put trades in. Two-legged pullback to the 240 SMA. I'm not interested. Maybe if it's a good signal bar, I might be interested. I may be interested here. Nice signal bar off the 240 SMA on the 10K chart. Potentially good trade here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 bull bars in a row on the 5-minute. This could be just strong bull trend day today. This could just this could come back to the top of the trading range. All I know. I mean, this is anything at this point can happen. It's, in my opinion, it's just once it filled that gap in my mind, like for me, that was like my price target that I thought it was gonna hit, and it did, and it actually bounced off of it and trapped off of it again. Interesting. Incredible. Pretty strong uptrend. The measure move already marked way up here. Wowzers. Wowzers. Just keep going up. Just keeps going up. And these are one of those days. Absolutely incredible. Wow. I actually don't even know how to chart this, because the chart, if I connect this, it's below here. I don't know. It's kind of wild right now, to be honest. But currently we're in a small pullback bull trend, because every pullback has been less than a point. Like the last two have been. Kind of hard to chart this. It's just straight up right now. Huh. Let's look at the 10K chart. Ripped through the 240 SMA. Rest in peace. The 240 SMA. I'm just like, when I see a candle like this, I'm just thinking like, it should end soon, yeah? Like this bull trend, this is a bull trend basically, and it should end soon. But hey, maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. When you see a bull trend like this, I guess the measure move makes the most sense right here. Goodness gracious. I do have a trend line coming down. What's this trend line from? Ooh, this is why it's good to keep your trend lines, pandas. Trend line from this pivot high to this pivot high. We're about to approach it soon again. In a very, very bullish manner. Goodness. Wow. Three traps in a row typically forms a wedge. Typically forms a wedge. A terrible signal bar. But 3 traps in a row like that typically is a wedge. And that's why we wait for good signal bars, because that was a terrible signal bar trade short into. We're gonna get 4 traps in a row. The bulls are just in total control if we get this next trap. Just imagine if you're a bear and you're scaling in. Imagine if you're a bear right now and you're scaling in, thinking, I'm trying to come up break even. Every time you scale in right here, trap. Scale in right here, trap. Scale in right here, you can come back a little bit. But scale in right here, trap again. Right? You scale in here, but you're still not break even. Scale in right here, trap. Scale in right here, trap. Scale in right here, trap. 4 traps in a row, pandas. This is an unstoppable bull trend. Al Brooks would say, just buy anywhere. Buy right here, buy right here, buy below here, buy this. Always in long. That's what he would call this. Fortunately, we're trading a 2-legged pullback, so we're waiting for 2-legged pullbacks here. But in my opinion, if we hit a 2-legged pullback here, like, it could be exhaustive. Very nice signal bar. I'll be surprised if this doesn't make a point. Like, this can come back up, but I think this is going to make a point, in my opinion. Very good signal bar. And I think, you know, we're probably getting close to exhaustive here. But, yeah, like, I'll be surprised it's not going to make a point, but I'm not confident enough to even enter this trade. Just because we're in a small pullback bull trend. Al Brooks says never go short in a small pullback bull trend. How do I know it's a small pullback bull trend? Because every single pullback has been less than a point almost. Last 4 have been at least. As you can see with all the magenta boxes. How's my 5-minute look like? Man, just ripping through everything. All All the hard work the Bears put in last week, just on one day almost reverses everything. $12 pushes up in a row. Can it be? I think the highest leg count I've ever seen, I think, was like 15. 15 pushes up before a candle breaks a previous candle's low or a pivot low. That's crazy. We're at 12 right now. 12. That means every single time this pushed up, no pivot low has broken the previous pivot low. Right? This pivot low, ever since here, this pivot low didn't break below this pivot low. This pivot low's higher, this one's higher than this one. This one's higher than this one. This is why the leg counts keep counting up. Incredible. Doesn't even make a point here. This is 5 traps in a row, pandas. The market is crazy and wild, and anything can happen. Truly incredible. Daniel Eyes, hey, maybe press F12, or you can right click and reload Ninja Script. Your Ninja Script might not be up to date. You have to make sure your indicator, like, especially if you're switching between charts, sometimes you lose your count because of the way NinjaTrader renders the candles. Bo asked a good question. When did I switch to the ES after my MES? After I doubled my MES, like a while back, that was a long time ago. After I doubled my MES account, I then went to the ES at starting from $10,000. Once my capital got to 10,000, I felt okay trading like maybe. Well, during that journey, I was like on fire, and I was trading like 5 contracts. Looking back at it, it was very crazy. But now, after trading for a while, seeing around 10K, you know, with this journey, I trade one contract at 5K, and basically been scaling up every 5K. But to be honest, like, I probably feel comfortable trading one contract with a $10,000 account. I only did one contract at 5K because I wanted to do a small account journey, and I understand that 10K is not small for many people. Even 5K is not small for many people, but I think 5K is a good balance point where I can trade one contract, especially because I have some experience, and still feel comfortable trading one contract, but small enough to think that the average person who's really serious about investing or coming into day trading would consider maybe entering with a $5,000 account. Avalon FPS says, when did trading click for you? I'm still learning every day. Still learning every day. Like, I still miss market cycles. I still miss, I still have the emotional aspect that sometimes kicks my butt. As you guys see sometimes on my trades. I'm pretty raw here, right? All my trades are live, so I can't like hide anything. Anything I do here is what it is. And so, so when did it click? I think, to be honest, probably one of the best things I learned was after really trying to master the two-legged pullback. It's basically like money management. Know when to put a stop in, and know how wide to put your stop. Know when to scale in if you want to scale in, and know how to manage scaling in. Those do help, those little things, because scaling in drastically increases your probability, but also pretty much, at the same level, drastically increases your risk. But in the right context, like scaling in, it makes sense. Like you should be scaling in, but so when has it clicked? I don't know. To be honest, I'm still learning. I'm about a year in trading, especially with the two-legged pullback. Maybe a year and a quarter. I'm still pretty new actually, but I found some pretty good success. After a lot of failures. Trust me, I had a lot of failures, and I go over those things. But maybe after a year, basically when I started the 5K journey, I felt comfortable enough to be like, okay, I think I can double this account pretty easily. And right now, I'm having some trouble doubling the next leg up, basically from 10K to 20K. I'm just it's taking a lot longer than I thought, but it's not even that much longer, a little more than a month to double this 10K. It's because I had this, the setback earlier on. I got maybe a little too confident and took a big hit. So Now I'm just, just taking it slow, kind of like, brushing it off and getting my confidence back. So 12 pushes up, pandas. So we didn't get the world record of 15 pushes, as I saw that one day, but 12 pushes up, and that was it. That was the one that kind of reversed this. Finally, incredible. 10K, most likely will make a point, regardless of how bad the signal bar is. 10K just typically makes a point on second entries, and most likely will make a point here still, but not good enough for me to enter in at all. 5 minute, finally, first pullback after this big move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bull bars in a row. You're still thinking uptrend today until proven otherwise. Still thinking uptrend until proven otherwise, right? When we get to these key areas such as this trend line, maybe the moving or measure move, you're thinking, hey, maybe I can look for a reversal pattern near these areas. Notice we're breaking beneath the 20 MA now on the 2K chart. But man, when you look at the 10K, like there's nothing in here that's saying, that we are going short now. Nothing in here, at least that I can see. Could have doubled today on that leg up, LOL. Yeah, that'd been nice. If I don't know. I mean, when did this leg up started? This is 10K. In my mind, the best trade here, right? This is yesterday at 12:46. This is the candle that you want to enter in if you wanted to risk going long here. Right here, that's the candle. Trading range. Two-legged pullback. Double bottom. Bottom of the trading range. A, B, whoops. How does this count work? What am I doing? Sorry, pandas. Apparently I'm still learning to count legs. Here it is, sorry. A, B, C. Fails. Reverses right here. Fails second entry, reverses. That trap right here is probably your best opportunity to have entered into this trade and potentially basically have a runner, right? Because I mean, your runner will probably been stopped out between any of these candles. You would have to tough it out and think swing trade or something. And minimum you're thinking the risk being this above here to below here and at least to the top of this trading range. That's what you're thinking, right? Reverse of the bottom trading range here. Also wedge 1, 2, 3. Wedge, trap. That's why you're thinking reversal, trading range. So you have this wedge plus trap plus this trading range. All these things hinting that this could be a reversal here. Sorry about that. I'm looking at the past. All right, pandas. Looks like we just made like a pseudo two-legged pullback, right? When I say pseudo, it's not an official two-legged pullback because this candle didn't break the previous candle's low. But when you look at it optically, it's a two-legged pullback, A, B, C, right? Because this candle goes up over here, so A, B, C. Optically, it's a two-legged pullback. We call this an intrinsic second entry or hidden second entry, or we call this a hidden second entry because it doesn't technically make a second entry, but when you look at it optically, the movement of these candles going down, first pullback, first entry, second pullback. So because it didn't break the previous candle's low here, if it did, then this would be technically a second entry, but because it didn't do that, this is only a intrinsic second entry or hidden second entry. Hey Slippy Joe, congrats for hitting that. Oh. Incredible though, incredible move up. I mean, the measure move is about 20 points away, right? We got 193 to 15, about 20 points away. A little more than 20 points away, but it's doable. We can hit this measure move. I mean, nothing in this chart is telling me that we are reversing, right? The only way I can think that we're going to reverse is if I start seeing something like this again. Price action breaking below the 20 MA. Tries to make a new high of some sort. Then reverses. Second entry trap. This trap right here will probably be the thing that would maybe entice me to go short here. But other than that, like, unless we start convincingly break under the 20 MA, I don't really see a short trade here, in my opinion. Yeah, you can hear my Google Hangouts. Some of my friends are messaging me. Sorry if that's bothering you guys. All right, pandas. Trading range starting to form here. Richard Harris says, I dream in chart. That's how you know when you're fluent in reading price action. I think the way that you know what language is your primary language is by what language you dream in. And if you're dreaming in price action, then that's your primary language. You know, if you have 3 or 4 languages that you know. Sorry, pandas. Sorry for all those messages. I just closed the chat. Pandas, what do you think about this second entry low here? Low or high second entry? Low or high second entry here. Terrible signal bar. I cannot pull myself to go short in this market until I see the pattern that I was talking about before, breaking clearly below the 20 MA. But yeah, but 12 pushes up. You're thinking exhaustion, but man, like on bull trend days, some days this is literally just goes up and grinds all day upwards. Richard Harris says, bought a rare Pokemon Pikachu Summer Vacation Korokoro this weekend. How much was that? Manish asks, is it head and shoulders forming? Technically it is, right? I mean, in terms of, well, if this breaks the previous candle's high, then not really, or the previous pivot high. And that's essentially what a major trend reversal is, head and shoulders pattern. But in my opinion, even though this might form a head and shoulders pattern, you have to consider, right, the size of this bull breakout and the size of the head and shoulders pattern. If it's like way too small for this, then typically it won't work out, right? Typically it's just a small pullback or consolidation, essentially forming some sort of flag instead of a reversal pattern. You're thinking with a strong bull breakout, you'll have a larger head and shoulders pattern. Because the reason why I say that is because if you look at the higher time frame charts, if the head and shoulder pullback is too small, this is all it's going to look like on the higher time frame. It's just going to look like a little consolidation, little trading range forming until the next move up. So the trading range, the head and shoulders pattern has to be kind of proportionate to the strength of the bull breakout. So with that being said, I'm not looking to go short here at all. There is a trap forming here. This is a Pikachu, but top of the trading range forming here. As we see, we have chop here now, potential trading range forming. So going long here is also not ideal. Going short here is actually probably like a higher probability trade in my opinion. Right, this is a lower second entry. This is a lower high second entry short, which I typically would like, but this bull trend is too strong in my opinion to go short there. Nor can I go long because we're at the top of this chop right here. As you can tell, as you can see, the trading range indicator automatically places this trading range. By the way, if any of you guys want more information about this indicator, the two-legged pullback indicator or the trading range indicator that automatically finds trading ranges based on price action, check out the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. By the way, there is a free trial for the two-legged pullback. There is no free trial on the trading range indicator. I might put a free trial out there soon. It's just yeah, it was just logistically kind of crazy for me to handle at the time, but I think we're in a place where I could do that. A trap forms here, right? We have a two-legged pullback Pikachu, essentially. This is a Pikachu. Good signal bar, but top of the trading range, right? Even though like we're above the 20 MA like this, you have to recognize the chop here. You have to recognize overlapping bars. You have to recognize that this is a pretty big bear bar or bear leg here. Another solid bear leg. The bears are letting you know we are present here. And so, that being said, we're for the top of a trading range, and if there are enough bears here, then they'll have limit orders here to shut this down. Currently, almost made a point. At the 50s, it makes a perfect scalp. And what do you know, it makes a perfect scalp. Still, strong, bold trend, but in my opinion, risky because you got to recognize we started to chop around here and it can get a little tricky, but it does break out with a Pikachu and makes a point, makes a nice point. Yeah, I mean, even though it's top of the trading range, the only thing that would tell me, so Sleepy Joe said he got stopped out there. The only thing that this trading range tells me is that potentially not to go long, essentially. And that's, you know, long at the top here. It's not enough to tell me to go short at the top of this because typically what happens is, yeah, you have a failed breakout, and typically it will continue, resume the original trend, most likely. And so that's why I didn't want to go short here as well, not at this moment. Though this was choppy, overall still very strong bull trend day. Danny asks, do you need to have the license to run the indicator? On the free license, you can run the indicator for itself, but the indicator also comes with capabilities to do automated strategies. You cannot do automated strategies on the free license. So with that being said, the indicator will work like this. Like if you're just using it on your chart, then it will work just fine, but you will not have the capability to use automated strategies, which is exactly what it sounds like. It trades automatically for you based on whatever rules, criteria you put in to the automated strategy. It will trade. L4 setting up here, pandas. We have a L4 actually setting up. Pandas. I might take this L4 if it triggers, hitting this trend line. But otherwise, yeah, you can use the indicator on the free license. And there's also a free trial. So you can try the free trial on the free license, see if it's something you're willing to do, because I understand, for a lot of people, to switch over to a completely new platform just to use an indicator is tough to do, especially if you've been using other indicator or other platform for a very, very long time. And so, but all that stuff is free that you can use risk-free. And yeah, you can try it out for a little bit. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Man, I like this. I mean, I like L4s in general, but man, this is not like an L4 you really want to take. Such a strong uptrend. And just look at how it reacts to 20 MA. Look at this. Like the way it's reacting off the 20 MA, that's incredible. Just spikes down, fail breakdown, spikes down, comes back up, creates a Pikachu. And the way it reacts to 20 MA makes me hesitant to go short here, even on this L4, because I'm just seeing such strength from bulls right now. Right, the bears try to step in a little bit here. Couldn't do much. Also, what this is showing us is that the bulls are coming out of their positions. They're taking their profits. Protecting profits around here. Anytime you see consolidation, that is when bulls and bears are taking profits. It's just, the price action is letting us know right here that bulls and bears, or bulls took their profits, some bears might have entered in, but definitely bulls took their profits. The reason why I'm saying that is because this kind of movement cannot be done by retail traders. This is institutional trading. Any movement actually you see on the market is institutional involvement, and they are the only ones who can really move the market. We are just simply going in for the ride. We cannot influence the market in any way. It'd be very difficult to do that for retail traders. So when you see movement like this, you're just imagining institutions taking their profits, protecting their profits here. With a decent signal bar, I might take a second entry short here. I might take this L4 with a decent signal bar. It has to be a nice signal bar for me. Cannot be this. It has to be a nice signal bar, and I will consider it. Yeah, Richard Harris, I feel you. The Pikachus have been burning me, had burned me a couple times on live stream, so I'm just like staying away from them, especially when the positions like this, like right at the top of this chop here. But the 10K chart, man, it just looks like there's nothing stopping this. There's nothing in here showing a reversal on the 10K chart. Not even close. Not even close. Measure move still. Eyeing that measure move. Less than 20 points away now. Goodness. Measure move here on the 10K. When the measure move hits, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but the daily, look at Hey pandas, tell me, when you guys saw this candle on the daily on the E-mini, how many of you guys thought this was Armageddon? How many of you guys thought this was the beginning of the greater depression, we'll call it? How many of you guys thought when you saw this candle, this is it? This is the top, we're in. This is going to be the reversal. Very next day, look at the candle printed. Incredible. When you're in these trading ranges, anything can happen. Kyle Cobra says, have you read or purchased any Al Brooks material? Yes, I have purchased Al Brooks material. I've also purchased MAC from PATS, Price Action Trading System. I purchased both of these materials, and this is my implementation of my reading of the material and me trying to implement it. It's not probably perfectly aligned with Mac, but honestly, I think Al Brooks, I have more influence from Al Brooks, just price action reading bar by bar. But man, oh man, we just broke out here, broke above this trend line. Thinking, man, what should I take this L4? Hey pandas, give me a 1 in the chat if I should take this L4. Give me a 2 if no, give me a 3 if I should take the reversal. There's an L4 here, as you can see. 4 here. The next reversal will be an L4. Give me a 1 if I should take this. Kevin Fennell says, take the 3, take the reversal of the L4. Panda's going short here. In this trade, pandas. Going short, 4-point stop loss. L4 setup here. Good signal bar. I'll do 1 scale in if it's necessary. Or maybe not. I might just take the hit on this one. 4-point stop loss. L4 setup. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it. L4 setup here. If you're going to go short, might as well take the L4 with a good signal bar. If you guys have seen my videos, I did a automated strategy that literally traded every single L4 on the last expiration, and it came out positive. So that means most likely I will make a point here. And I made that strategy regardless of context. It just had to have a good signal bar. L4, H4s, and just a good signal bar comes out positive. Just watching here. Stray Rat asks, what is the L4 setup? If you look at the frequently asked questions link in the description below, that should answer your questions. Got an L4 setup here. Staring my stop loss in the face here. Not reacting the way you want to react when you go short. I'll just say that right now. And I am trading counter trend. This is very counter trend trade. Strong, super strong, bold trend. But with the L4 setup, I'm going to take it. Good signal bar, L4 setup. If it does trigger the H5 or the L5, then I might consider scaling. We shall see. I want to see how high this L5 goes. Woo! See how it popped up like that? A lot of people try to come in there and they got stopped out right there. Maybe I'll scale in with this L5. Maybe I'll do 1 scale in. I'll try 1 scale in with the L5 here. I might not even need to move my stop loss. Perfectly don't want to move my stop loss if I don't have to. Ooh, you know what? Okay, actually I'll keep it like this. Last time I traded and I did this, the scaling triggered so fast, I actually scalped out too quick to move my my price target, but I don't think it's gonna happen again. Can pandas sweat? You guys pandas can sweat? Feeling the heat? Feeling the heat. I'm gonna eat this 4-point stop loss if it does trigger. Just gonna eat it. Gonna eat it like Amanda. Ooh, that's not what you want to see. Feeling the heat, pandas. Feeling the heat right now. That is not what you want to see. You don't want to see follow through after a spike like that. Do not want to see follow through after a spike like that. Most likely will be stopped out. Feeling the heat. Pandas. Pandas, pandas, pandas. Last time I did this, I went on vacation for a week. That's true. Oh, hopefully, I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling mentally there. You know, I took that on the chin. I'll take that on the chin. You know, you gotta just take it on the chin sometimes. Feeling okay about that, pandas. I thought it was worth it. I thought it was worth it. But, I mean, like, every time I mess up on a trade, it's like, you gotta look back and see all the signals that were saying, don't do that, you dumb panda. You gotta look at all the things that, man, so next time when you see that same setup, it's just like burned into your mind. That's kind of like what experience brings you. Like all the mistakes you make, you're like, why did I go long on this super strong bull trend, you know, like small pullback bull trend or whatever. Make all the things you want, but next time you're thinking, okay, even L4 setup. Actually, in my opinion, like, I'm okay with losing that. You know, I'm okay with losing that. I think I'll take that trade again. I like the L4 setup. You know, you won't get it every single time, but I don't mind taking that one. I actually don't mind. I don't mind losing that one because I don't mind taking that setup. In my opinion, it was worth it. That trade was worth it for me. Measure move almost about to be hit. DBK says, that was so bad though. Super counter trend. It was super. Like I did say that. I was like, this is very counter trend trade. But the L4 setup, I just could not resist the L4 setup. So, hey, sorry, pandas. I make mistakes too. $600 loss. It's all good, pandas. Take it on chin. This next, getting to that 20K mark for some reason is being so difficult. It's just so difficult. Yeah, so hey guys, today's lesson on today's stream. This is a counter trend trade and you just saw it happen. Do not do that. Hey, at least you gained something, right? I might not have gained money, but I gained knowledge. I learned something. As long as you learn something. Yeah, that was a very counter trend trade. Super strong, basically on a breakout, trying to come in short. On the L4, the L4 was just too tempting for me, and I think because I was just staring at the charts for so long and thinking, you know, this could be a good setup. But how would I do this differently? Pandas, good thing I didn't scale in here, because how I was scaled in is after this H5 popped up, I would have entered here again, and I would put my stop loss one tick above this signal bar. And so I would have essentially, like, not doubled my losses, but I would have increased my losses here for that scale in. But at least I didn't scale in, pandas. I just took it on chin, took the hit, and realized my mistake. Super counter trend day, a super counter trend trade. No bueno, no bueno. For the Koreans out there, 잘 못했어, man. 잘 못했어. Kyle Cover says, when you say you learned, does that mean you won't take an L4 again when it's this bull trend? Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good, you know, yeah, I mean, I still like the trade. Like, I don't mind losing that trade. I just think maybe next time, I don't know if I would manage that differently. I'm just glad I didn't scale in, thinking that if it did break me, because I saw that big spike, and sometimes those big spikes actually exhaust or a sign of exhaustion. But when the big spike had follow through, yeah, I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but when that big spike happened, like when this reversed and basically broke all of these shorts here and hit the stop losses for all these shorts, and it just exploded upwards with this big candle. If you notice, it spiked up and then kind of stalled out right here. Sometimes that means that that spike is exhaustive and it will reverse. But if it has follow through, if that spike has follow through, then you're thinking it's going to keep going up. And so that's why for me, I didn't want to scale in, because when I saw the spike had some follow through, I didn't think it was worth it. I thought we're still going uptrend. That's the one we wanted, but look at, that's really random, right? Good signal bar, similar signal bar to here, right? Good signal bar as well. It's just, this what happens to make a point. I mean, that's not a setup though. No setup here for me, other than maybe top of trading range. So those who scaled in here, and had 3 scale-ins, they might be able to come out break even. But for me, with my capital right now, I don't think I can handle 3 scale-ins. Only 2 the max, and because of that, I thought I would be broken if this reversed again. So yeah, that's why I didn't want to scale in again. Or I didn't want to scale in. It's an incredible bull trend day today. Hey, but pandas, at least I made the mistake, you know? I lost my... yeah, you know, at least, you know, my mistakes is your reward. My loss is your gain. Alright, pandas. We're gonna end the stream soon. Minus 600 day today. 2 red days in a row. I might trade a little bit off stream. See if I can get some good trades in now that we're so close to the measure move. I really want to see how it reacts to this measure move. And I might start to make some trades off this measure move, but we shall see until it gets there. Other than that, pandas, hey, if you want more information about the 2-leg pullback indicator, always check out the website. It's always available. There's a free trial there as well. Pandas, we're going to keep trucking on. I know I've had a couple bad days, the last couple days. Hey, maybe I'm taking these bad days so you guys stop copying my trades, you know. Do not copy a panda. And this is a lesson to those, so do not copy me. But hey, you lose 600 days. You lose $600 some days. You gain $600 some days. It is what it is. And we're gonna take it on the chin, learn from our lessons, and find the good setups, man. We still are looking for the best setups possible. In my opinion, this setup was not terrible. Hindsight, very terrible. Super strong uptrend. But at the moment, I was thinking, that's just it looks like an L4. This one failed. And so maybe we might have an opportunity here with a good signal bar. Good signal bar appeared here, making me think, okay, like I could eat this. But it is what it is, pandas. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this content. Let me know in the chat what you thought about this stream. You can say I suck. Do whatever you want, man. It doesn't matter. I know. I make mistakes. It's okay. We move on. You know, we're still in the green. We're still making money, and so to me, as long as we're profitable here, you know, that's kind of what's important as terms of the goal, the end goal. But the means to get there, take the best setups possible. So, pandas, amazing Monday. Hey, we're gonna have a rough start on this week, but hey, we're gonna come back stronger tomorrow. We're gonna come back faster, smarter, better tomorrow. Let's get it tomorrow, pandas. Hey, as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining the stream.